So this is what I've set up while I was off screen, and I'm a little disappointed with it, I'll be honest. Because I thought there was a way to maybe like automate launching the EXO request platform, but I guess there's not. You have to manually launch it every single time, which is a little annoying, but you know, whatever, we'll deal with it. So our current event right now, it wants us to send all kinds of stuff, but we can send specifically carbon, and carbon is free. Well, it's quote unquote free. And even though it only gives us 2 points, the fact that it gives us any points means that we can potentially just complete this entire event without ever having to spend real resources on it. I mean, we had to use some resources making the smelters and whatever, but you know, it just sucks that whenever this is full, I have to come here and manually send it off. But whatever. So yeah, it's very simple. I just have a bunch of spew flowers producing organic, and then some auto arms feeding them into smelters. It needs the smelters smelt the organic faster than the organic is produced on the spew flowers. So I have 2 spew flowers per arm. So that means a total of 8 tappers producing organic here, and each tapper costs an aluminum, so I did have to go mining and get more aluminum. But it feeds the smelters, and then yeah, you could definitely, like, this is kind of just how our power setup is, right? And then once the carbon is made, I have some auto arms feeding them into the EXO request platform, and you could totally like duplicate this. You know, you can make more smelters and more flowers all feeding into the same EXO request platform to speed it up. But I wasn't too keen on spending more resources on this, especially after learning that I have to constantly manually keep sending this off. But, you know, what can you do? So the reason why I have these resource canisters here is because whenever you send this thing off into space, it sometimes comes back with items attached to it, and I got a couple of free resource canisters out of it, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I put them on the slots here so that for no reason, essentially. I also got a bunch of free auto arms, which helps make up a little bit for the cost that I used setting this thing up. But yeah, sometimes you get items back from this, and the cool thing is that all the items that you get when this returns, it kind of sucks that it didn't return with items the one time, because actually maybe I can speed this up a little bit. Stop doing that, game. Do that, and then yeah, so every time it says 80 here, I go send this off. And hopefully this time it'll come back with some items attached to it, we'll see. But all the items that it comes back with, you could just destroy in the scrap machine here, which of course turns into scrap, which you can use to get, you can get, aluminum back, you can get copper back, you can make up for a lot of the cost that you spent on making this setup by destroying the items it gives you. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed because, again, I can't automate this, but it should be fine because I've calculated it to be that it didn't come back with items again. Maybe it only has a finite amount of items it gives you, I don't know. Whatever. So I calculated that I'm only going to need to come here and press this button about 25 times. Which honestly, it's not that bad, all things considered. So I'm just going to be occasionally coming here, checking to see if this is full, and then when it's full, I'll send it off. And we've already gotten 2 of the cosmetics here. We have this, we got the diamond one for our, what is this, visor. And then we've also gotten a new one, this mask, multifaceted. And then, of course, the last one here is a pallet, diamond in the buff. So I'll just be doing this, you know, occasionally on my own until I get the event done. And then once it's done, I'm probably just going to disassemble everything and destroy most of the stuff, if I can. Yeah. Nothing too complex, but. And I also chose to set it up over here because I really didn't feel like setting up more rails to put over here. And I could just bum power off of the rail I do have to power this system. And with all of these furnaces running and all these arm runnings, I'm using about 26 U's of power per second, assuming they're all running. It's more around 20 because the arms are not constantly going. But our base is producing 36 U's of power, so if I have that running and then also turn on like our atmospheric condenser, we'll probably run into a little bit of power problems, assuming, you know, these aren't turned on and I don't have battery power, but, you know, I have this big, large battery, so I should be fine even with that setup over there. So, what else have I done? I got more aluminum, because we were running low, and I used a lot of aluminum for that setup on the arms and stuff, so I don't have a full canister, but I have more than I had before. I also went and got more graphite, which again, I used a ton of it for the arms because it takes 1 aluminum, 1 graphite for the arms, but yeah, we're good on graphite and aluminum again for now. And then I also made the diamonds we need for what I was working on. So yeah. So that'll slowly get done over time. And yeah, once it's done, I guess I don't know if I should maybe just leave it in case I need all this stuff for another event in the future, but, you know. So, let's get back to what we were doing before. I think Glacio is the planet we need to go to now. And we're going to hopefully finish unlocking the cores of all the planets today. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I had some toast before I started playing here, and so hopefully my voice isn't too bad. We'll see. Where's my landing pad? There it is. It's been getting bad recently. Every time we come to a planet, it's always been like, it puts me like right exactly too far away to land on the landing pad that I have to do a full rotation around the planet. It just keeps doing that. It's kind of interesting seeing the even huge hole I dug with the rover. Kind of cool too. Oh, I had a little bit of a bump here. It's not exactly perfect, but this is kind of fun. See, this is what I mean. The boomaloons. I'm lucky I lived that, because it was like, what, right here? It was like hidden behind some rock. That's how Glacio could be dangerous, as you're trying to... Luckily I didn't die. I think I might be able to make it back down here with without an oxygenator, but it's better that I don't have to test that, I guess. I sure hope it's diamonds that I have to put here. I'm pretty sure it is. It is. Thank fuck for that, because that would have been really sad if not. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this in here. Solve the gateway engine on Glacio. And then we go to the platform. And then we find, I think that's the one right there. There. We only have 4 more to go now. And 2 of them are moons, so hopefully this will be faster than it was before. That's the one. I mean, we'll see. I can't imagine I can't imagine Visania being too difficult or dangerous of a... I guess I could probably teleport to the node I activated, right? Yeah, I can't imagine, like, Visania or Calidor being too difficult of a planet to get done, but... We'll see. I should probably dig that out, hey? So that I don't spawn on top of this. Hopefully the power requirements for the other planets aren't that bad either. Yeah. I think maybe let's go to Calidor. Let's do Calidor first. We'll do Calidor, then Visania, then Novus, then Desalo, and then we'll be hopefully done. And hopefully the Calidor power requirement for the obelisks aren't that bad. I think our landing pad is nearby one of those nodes too. I think this is it here. Yep. I guess maybe we could see... I could maybe test with our QTRTG and just see how much of the bar goes up. Might be hard to tell though. Just this. That looks like it might be good. The cool thing about Calidor is that we already basically have a pit all the way down into hell. I just need to go a little further. Let's maybe try and put it up here. It looks like we should be good. Remember, I have like 20 U's of power worth, if not more, I think. Oh yeah, we'll be good. Thank God for that, because oh, see, only needed 3 RTGs that time. So I guess it just kind of depends on the planet. Not necessarily scaling on difficulty, but maybe like distance away from the sun or something like that, or... Let's go, while we're waiting, let's go grab a seat. That way we can just drive the whole thing back. Yay. Alright, so Calidor should be nice and simple for us then, which is nice, because I don't want to be on this planet longer than I have to. Oh, I actually need these still, I'm stupid. Pretty sure I only need one. One U of power while active. Yeah, I only need one of them. Alright, let's get her going. You know, more looking at my way down there, I might be better off not doing that. I might be better off just doing this instead. It means I have to do more digging, but you know what? I think it's just going to be easier if we do this. But yeah, so I'm probably going to mute myself while I do these long digging sections. And you guys get to just listen to the ASMR of the game and me collecting a bunch of aluminum. Yeah, so we made it to the bottom, and now I'm just gonna drive the rover back out. And then we'll ride our hoverboard all the way back down, and we'll see what resources we need to unlock the core of the planet. And thinking about it now, I suppose, you know how we did those train missions and stuff? I suppose that technically it probably would have been a good idea to have unlocked the rover by the time we started doing the train missions, because this vehicle is really good at digging out ways to get down into the planet. And of course it leaves like just enough space for you to put down rails comfortably as well. So I suppose we could have done this when we came to Calidor the first time, but it's too late now. And you know, it's whatever. You could do that, but we didn't, so can't go back and redo it. It's not that big of a deal. So let's pack up our shit again. And boom. Alright. And now we go all the way back down. Off the top of my head, that kind of looks like explosive powder to me. Did we unlock something else? Oh yeah, when we did the Galatio thing, we probably unlocked a pallet, didn't we? Yeah. Is that it though? Maybe a new emote? Oh, Tundra outfit, there it is. Right, I think that's it. What else am I missing here? The little, I wish the stars that are like beside the thing were a little bit more obvious, if that makes sense. I don't know. What am I missing here? Why do I still have a star? Maybe I have to... No? Oh, this game, I swear, man. Why? Okay, whatever. So off the top of my head, this looks like it's explosive powder. And it is. So for Calidor, we need explosive powder, which means we need sulfur, and I don't know if we have... We might have a canister of sulfur. The question is, do I go to Aatrox first to grab some, just in case? Probably? Probably? That would probably be the smart thing, right? Yeah. We are going to go to Aatrox on our way back then to grab the stuff we need for explosive powder. So I guess I have found another use for sulfur. Is this... I don't think this is the right way. It was this way. There we go. And so yeah, we're going to make a pit stop at Aatrox, and then we're going to go back to Silva to pick up the explosive powder we need. This hoverboarding right now, going through the caves like this, for some reason in my ape brain, it's like reminding me of Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. You know what I'm talking about? You guys ever play that game? And there's like a little bit of hoverboarding in those in that game, and like the loading screen is just Ratchet on his hoverboard. I don't know why, it just reminds me of that. I think I'm going to take some of this aluminum back. Not all of it, because I need enough room for the sulfur canister. But yeah, I don't know. Looking at that hoverboarding going through the tunnel like that just kind of reminds me of Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I was going to bring back that marble, but I decided to bring back the gas instead, since it's full. I mean, we're not... I mean, unless I plan on making more RTGs, which hopefully I won't have to, but... yeah, unless I plan on making more RTGs, we won't really need helium. But I might as well bring this back since it's full, and then I can maybe think about making another gas canister next time I go to Aatrox, and that way I could start collecting the methane there too. Maybe. Maybe, we'll see. For now, I guess I'll just kind of throw this on here. Okay, to make explosive powder, it should be just sulfur and carbon, right? Yeah. Oh, we did have a sulfur canister here. I freaking knew it, man. Oh, whatever. Let's go ahead and throw these on here. Put this packager back on. Do I have enough packagers? I don't think so. So we're going to go to Visania, that's going to take up a packager. Then we're going to go to Novus, that's going to take up a packager. It is what it is, I suppose. So we're going to need 2 explosive powder, so that means 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll see how our power is. It should be fine still. 10 use. We should, like, be barely hitting the limit. I mean, these aren't turned on because this is full. But if these were turned on at the same time, I think we'd be, like, literally 1 U of power over our limit. Which is, you know, it's fine. So now we have some extra aluminum. I will never say no to that. And give me my powder. And now we go back to Calidor. Yeah, I mean, we did so much overhead early on, and especially when we set up this base, like, everything's set up that I just... For the rest of these missions, it's just super simple. You come to Silva to get the stuff you need to go do the missions, and so... The end of the game here is just flying back and forth, really. But that's fine, you know? There's nothing wrong with a bit of flying. I don't think that's the spot, right? I think our landing pad is, like, on top of the node, basically. Yeah, right here. I guess we'll be able to tell now because it's the glowy... The glowy node is our landing pad for sure now. Yes, I just need to do explosive powder. And I guess if I ever need more Astronium than I have on Silva, I could just move the rails that I have on Calidor and put them down here instead. Speaking of bytes, I'm pretty sure we have enough bytes to unlock all of the research recipes now. I think we have like 50,000, almost 60,000. So I might go through and unlock all of these at some point. Just not right now. But even now, like, something I should maybe do is go to Glacio and maybe remove the button repeaters that I put down, but the thing about that is I don't have tethers saying, hey, here's where all the button repeaters now, so I'll have to do a lot of looking around to find them again, and I don't really... And, like, so what? Now we just have a pop-up every now and then that says that we get more bytes that we can't use, like... Oh no. I'm glad that didn't glitch out. I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but... Alright. We unlocked the Kellador one. So we should have another palette. We have the Kellador palette. And maybe a new suit? The Arid suit? And then this star should fuck off. I guess not. Alright, 4 down, 3 to go. For some reason, I've just been magically going in order here. So I'm guessing this one might be Visania. Calidor's is not that one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Trilene Calidor. Yeah, now actually, you know what? I totally forgot. We can just teleport back to the node that we unlocked. Get me out. So next stop is Visania, and then we have 2 moons, and we'll be done. Oh, this is not our landing spot. Oh. Does that matter is the question. Probably not. I could probably just run over here and then... actually kind of does. Oh, man. This is what I mean. I wish you could just destroy these fucking fake landing pads, man. So annoying. Oh no, I guess I should just... I guess I should just keep beacons on me all the time. Just put down a fuck ton of beacons all over my landing spots. Now I have an odd number of fuel. Oh my god. Well, I can fix that. What a waste of hydrazine. Or like maybe there should be a thing on the landing pads that you put down. You can change the color of it or something. Whatever. Okay, so now we need to set up our rover over here. If my camera would kindly not glitch out, that would be nice. And go grab our power, and hopefully things are okay. Let's also refuel our... thruster. The heck? What is this thing? Oh, just like a random dick sticking out of the ground. let all this shit get out of the way so it stops fucking my rover. Oh, whoopsies. I guess there's like holes in the core on this one? Oh, I was like, oh, the pillar's over there, but no, that's just like... Oh, interesting. Okay, well. Guess we'll head back out. And on our way back out here, I guess I do have something I can talk about a little bit with you guys, now that the loud stuff is out of the way. So, I mentioned before that I've been playing a little bit of Pal World because of the Tides of Terraria update that came out. And so I've been playing a little more. I've been grinding the Terraria stuff a little more, and I have to say, the new like weapons and stuff, they fuck, man. The Terra Prisma is really, really good. Probably a little bit overpowered, honestly, but like if you go and test the weapons on the oil rigs, the Terra Prisma is almost like a requirement now. Like all the enemies on the highest level oil rig are just absolute sponges. Like they just, you know, they never take damage. Like they just absorb all of your ammo, and it's really annoying. But with the Terra Prisma, you could just kind of sit and let the Terra Prisma do thousands of damage at the cost of effectively nothing. So that's pretty good. But even then, you still need like another primary weapon, especially to take on the attack helicopter. But I have to say, it is good. The Tides of Terraria stuff. I still haven't really done fishing, and from what I gather, like I visit the Nexus page for Pal World every now and then just to see what people are creating, because you know that's the cool thing about it not being a Pokemon game. Is that people can make mods and shit for Pal World. It's awesome. But from what I can gather, it seems like a lot of people don't like the fishing, but it's kind of like the same way that there's a bunch of fishing mods for Stardew Valley. Like personally, I think Stardew Valley's fishing is like fine, totally serviceable. Like I can't really complain about it. It's not bad. And like I don't need mods in order to effectively fish in the game, and I enjoy it as well. So I figured like maybe Pal World's fishing's kind of the same deal. Like the fishing is probably perfectly serviceable, and like it's not really that intrusive, and it's simple enough. But people probably make mods for it because they just don't want to do that same thing over and over again. But at some point, I've gotten all the gear together to do fishing. I just need to actually start doing it because there is an achievement on Steam to fish up 50 pals, and one of them has to be like one that has the lunker passive. But I haven't quite gotten into it just yet. But I will. But I will. You know what? I think this time I might just... should I? I don't know. Maybe I won't. I was gonna say, maybe I should just build a bridge down, but I don't know if that's gonna take forever or... So let's just kind of build a chute here. That'll get us onto the ground, hopefully. No. Angle it downward, you fuck. And I guess, you know, let's just go to this one over here. Well... I didn't realize that Visania's core has a bunch of fucking holes in it. I guess it's a. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. If you fall in, you just slowly get to the center, and then to get back out is really easy. But leave little dicks in the ground so I know where to go. Make sure not to accidentally fall into the. But yeah, so I've been enjoying Pal World again recently. Good stuff. Do recommend. Pal World's a good game. I am quite excited for like the next update. They released a roadmap a while ago, and they said that the next major update should be coming at the end of this year, and it's probably going to be the end of the game. So that would be kind of nice. This looks like graphite. Yeah, right? No, it's not quite. It's not quite. There's it's graphene. This thing needs graphene. Oh shit. Oh well, I did go out and get more graphite the last time I played, so I just don't want to be wasting my hydrazine, man. Is that wrong of me? Yeah, super excited for the end of this year. Hopefully, like they do. I mean, if they want to take the people who are developing Pal World, if they want to take more time and like polish up the game and maybe push back their because we are talking about like they're planning on giving us an end game with the next major update. So if that's the case, and they are like, you know what, we want to take a little more time and push it into 2026, then I am perfectly a-okay with that. But I was thinking, like, things. I might try and leave more suggestions in their Discord because they do read those. And they've already put in a couple of my suggestions that I've been asking for. One of them being like another way to transfer traits to pals that isn't specifically breeding, because the breeding mechanic takes fucking forever. But like have some kind of end game way of doing it, and they've already kind of sort of implemented that, so that's cool. And they've implemented the quest stuff, so I was thinking like maybe the next thing for them to do now. Why am I slowing down on the way out here? What the heck? Okay. Maybe the next like evolution of the quest stuff is to maybe have like reputation mechanic, where like let's say you get, you know how as you're roaming the world, like sometimes you'll come across syndicate or PIDF guys that just automatically attack you when they see you. So maybe the way the reputation mechanic could work, if they do implement it in the game, is that let's say you get enough reputation with the syndicate where now whenever you walk around the syndicate guys, they stop attacking you. Or like you get enough reputation with the FPA, then the FPA guys stop attacking you. Or something really cool is that like maybe it'd be harder to get reputation with them, but if you get reputation with the PIDF guys, you'd be able to walk on the PAL wildlife zones without being attacked, like without it being a crime. That would be cool, right? Surely. So like faction reputation, you know, that'd be good. Just kind of thinking about stuff like that. It would be kind of like a natural evolution of the quests that they've been implementing. And I am also a fan of them like expanding the settlements that are in the game. There's only 3. There's one in the volcano, one near like the starting area, and one in the desert. And I like that they've been expanding them in like, we need more, what is it, hydrogen? Yeah. Because them expanding cities and stuff means that there's more room to maybe put story in the game at some point. Dude, go on the thing. There's just so much potential with Pal World, and it's potential that I can actually fucking believe in, because the developers have been actually listening to feedback and implementing those changes into the game as they've been creating it, which is something that Game Freak doesn't seem to like to do. I don't think Game Freak has ever listened to anybody who has played their games ever. Like, for decades, people have been suggesting things for Game Freak to do to make the Pokemon games better, and they just have never listened to any of us. Whereas the people developing Pal World, totally different story. So I actually have trust and belief in Pal World's potential. So I am excited to see more stuff in the future from them. But yeah, so that's kind of the game I've been playing whenever I don't play Astroneer. It's some good old-fashioned Pal World. So we have our graphene, and we go back to Visania. Good game, I do recommend. I know a lot of people have Pal World because, you know, millions of people bought it, and it broke Steam records day one, so... But if you don't have Pal World and you can get it, whether... I don't know if the Steam Summer Sale, I think it's over now. But if you can get it, I do recommend it, especially if you are a Pokemon fan. I recommend ditching the fuck out of Pal World. Sorry. I recommend ditching the fuck out of Pokemon and playing Pal World. Because I honestly have no hope for Pokemon anymore. And like the thing is, their Generation 10 is coming up pretty quick, and I have no faith at all. You'd think for the big 1-0 they would try and pull out all the stops for Generation 10, but as much as I would love to think about the potential for that game, I just know it's going to be absolutely just trash, garbage, fucking slop that they don't put any effort or thought into. But that's just how it is. That's just how it is with Pokemon. It's been like that for years, so I have to taper my expectations. I mean, like I said, I don't plan on ever playing Pokemon games anymore, or like buying any of them. And I'll probably just be like, whatever I do want specifically a Pokemon itch to be scratched, I'm just going to be exclusively sticking to fan-made content instead, I think. But that's just how it is. I mean, I have lots to say about Pokemon, but that's probably better served for like maybe a commentary video. But I've never done commentary stuff before. I did ask a little bit of advice from Cruiser Complex because he's done a couple of commentary stuff. Like he did one on Skyrim, he did one on Dawn to Dawn. But I just need to actually take some time to sit down and actually do a commentary video. And I definitely want to do one on Pokemon, but I want it to be really good is the thing. And so yeah, I've been kind of holding myself back on it just until I can get everything I want to make that Pokemon video good. We got a new dance. And of course we got a new palette, Visania. Breaking. That's kind of fun, I like that. Let's put that on here. Sure. Why not? Lone misses. Cool. And then, of course, I think we get a new suit as well. Yeah, the exotic suit. Wow. Look at all the faces on that thing. Alright. So you do also get cosmetics for just playing the game as well. As I'm sure you've been able to tell. I have been kind of doing this in order, haven't I? Oh no, I haven't. This is DeSolo, this is Novus. Okay. So now we go here. Oh, that's Silva, I think. And this time I can remember to use this right away. We're almost there. We got the moons to go, and those should be really quick because digging on the moon should be nice and fast. So we'll go to Novus first, and we'll save DeSolo for last. And we could probably offload a couple of these RTGs after we do the Novus one. Because I doubt DeSolo is going to take a lot of power to activate a node on there, so... And then we'll also have to pick up another packager when we go to Silva next. Because we have one more packager left to go from Novus to DeSolo, and then we'll need one more to bring the rover back to Silva after. I think this is our landing pad right here, right? Sure is. Cool, so I'm going to power this thing on, and then I'm going to dig to the center of Novus. A lapis pawn. Okay, cool. This one took all of our RTGs that we made, and Novus doesn't have, like, we don't have a base. We couldn't borrow a battery, so this one was kind of close. But whatever, Glacio kind of fucked us, so we were prepared for stuff like this anyway, so... Yeah, you can see how quickly we got from the caves to the mantle. It was super fast. And then once we dig through the ground here, I wouldn't be surprised if we were at the core already. Yeah. We're already at the core. That was super fast. That's just because the moons are like that. Of course, we have all this junk in our way. Get out of the fucking way, man. I don't want you to fuck up my car. Alright. And you know what? I am gonna just fucking make a path to the center using the rower. The low gravity is really... It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh man, the turning is like so bad in low gravity. I probably won't do the same thing on DeSolo, but wanted to do it at least once just because it's fun. It takes up a lot of soil to do that though. So for this one, it looks like... Oh, if I had to guess, that kind of looks like... ammonium? No, it's definitely not. Silicone, there we go. So I need to go get 2 silicone for this one. No, don't spit me out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Get me off. There we go. Jesus. Okay, well. So we need to go get 2 silicone from Silva now. And remember to bring the package or 2. Oh, this time it came back with some items, so this is what I mean. Sometimes you'll send them off, and it'll come back with just various stuff. Sometimes it comes back with canisters. So, like these 2 canisters here, I didn't have to make because it came back with it. Sometimes it comes back with arms. Sometimes it just comes with various shit. All stuff that we can destroy. In our shredder. Which is good, because we'll put them in the shredder and then we'll get stuff back. We'll get scrap, which we can use to make more useful things. Like ammonium, you know? It's get a bunch of ammonium out of this and fucking... That's what I've been doing for the most part with the scrap whenever I get full, is I just get a load of ammonium, and then when this gets full, I go throw it into the big storage. These switches and stuff are all meant for like automation stuff. But I don't really have a plan to do that. Considering this, like I've already basically done the automation for this event, so I don't really need these automation tools. But I could imagine for like some of the farming events, having the automation tools is nice. Anyways, our silicone should be done now. Yes, it is. Alright, we have our packager on us. We have everything we need. Let's go back to Novus. We're almost done. We're so close. And the last thing is like maybe I'll do the probe scan stuff, but that's like I just need to go to these planets and ugh. And then maybe save Glitchwalkers for the next session. I guess I could also just do Glitchwalkers once I've done this too. That probably is a good idea, I think, because then I could determine whether or not I want to actually complete Glitchwalkers in the series or not. Because as I've said before, like Glitchwalkers is cool and everything, but like it's It's kind of, if I had to describe it without spoiling it best I can, it's kind of like New Game Plus, sort of. I mean, I haven't personally done it, so that's why I want to maybe try it out, but... This is what happens if you fall down here anyway. You just end up at the center and then... Yay. So yeah, I think literally once we're done with activating these planets, I think I'll just do Glitchwalker and say heck it to this one. Because all it's just going to do is it's going to unlock like palettes for your character and some bites, and that's kind of boring. Yay, another achievement. And of course, we get a new suit, I think. I might already have this one, maybe. I think so. We get a new palette. I think I already... Yeah, we get a new emote. Probably. There we go. Ah, they gave us Gangnam style. Cool. There it is. Novus. Do we get a suit, or maybe we get something else? Oh, we get a visor. Okay. Let's go to our platform now. Actually, hold on. Let me take a look at this. Oh, it seems like there's only 2 nodes on Novus. Ah. So not... The big planets has 6, the moons have 2, maybe? Huh. The more you know. Oh, I forgot that we didn't put our landing pad next to a thing on DeSolo. Well, good news is... we shouldn't need it. I could imagine even like just 2 RTGs will be enough, but we'll bring some extra. And I guess we'll just go on a trip. It's so nice knowing that like the camera kind of controls the angle of the digging. Because now I know. Now I know it makes things a lot simpler. By the way, if you accidentally find a way to flip your vehicle in this game, the game does have like a simple flip fix, if that makes sense. Like once your vehicle's upside down, like a button will show up saying hold F to flip or whatever. Alright, let's get this over here, hopefully. I forget if I even have power extenders, I'll be honest. So I'll have to be careful. Without power extenders, you have to do this the hard way. Alright, we'll see if 3 is enough. Sure is. Heck yeah, and then we'll drive all the way back and put our hole in the ground by our ship. You know what, maybe I will just quickly run through and... This is gonna make, when we do our crafting and stuff using our smelters, it's gonna make it a little bit annoying. Because now you have a whole bunch of items you need to run through instead. But that's fine, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, there is a smaller rover. Medium rover. So you have the large one, which is this one, which gives you an extra large slot, aka like 8 connected slot. The medium rover gives you a 4 slot, like a 4 connected slot. And then the tractor gives you a 2 connected slot. And I'm pretty sure you can connect these all together. Like if you wanted a large rover and a medium rover behind it, you could do that. Wow, I did run out of bytes, oddly enough. Interesting. So even though we had 60,000 bytes, it's still not enough to unlock what we had remaining, but that's fine. That's fine. It wasn't really my goal to try and unlock all the recipes anyway, because a lot of them are quite useless and are meant just for like some fun. So yeah, we'll go all the way back to where our ship is, punch a hole in the ground, and then get the heck out of here. Well, I mean, probably get out of here, depending on what DeSolo needs as a resource. To unlock the center of the planet. I guess technically DeSolo's not a planet, right? It's a moon. It's a planetoid. And get our soil. And we're maybe like just literally right here. Yeah. Just casually going right through our wolframite spot that we had. Suppose now I know if I ever come to DeSolo again, there's a bunch of shit here for me. And wow, our pillar down is literally right here. You shouldn't have, game. Wow, how nice of you. Alright, and then we leave a little dick tip so we know which way to go. And that looks like wolf? No. No, titanium? Zinc. It's zinc, really? Okay, well, I don't have a smelter set up. I wonder if it's possible to get one set up really quick. I think I would need to print a small printer, a medium printer. I would need to get some power too. Well, I do have power technically. This isn't the way out. Where's my hole? There it is. I might be able to just... Well, is there... There is zinc on DeSolo. I'm gonna need 2 of these. 1... 2. And that's my way out right there, so let's hop off. Yeah, we might not even need to take a trip back to Silva. We might be able to stay here and smelt this zinc for the center of the planet. I just have to think. I guess, yeah, we'll need like a small printer, a medium printer, some platforms, and a smelter, and then of course I have RTGs on me, so... Okay, let me pack up the thing. Do we even need platforms? I might be able to use the back of the large rover. Maybe. Okay. So for a small printer I need to check to see if I even have one. I don't. Packager, horn, small printer. I need compound for that. There's some up there. Perfect. My pathetic little ammonium spot here. Remember this? It had like 3 resource nodes on it. Oh no, is this like a pathetic compound spot too? Okay, compound for the printer. I'll grab more because I might need more for the medium printer. 3? I'll grab 3, I think. And And I think I'm definitely going to need resin for the medium printer. Yeah, I totally can. That's cool. Ooh. I might need even one more compound. We'll see. Oh, I don't. Think fuck. I just need 2 resin. Yeah, I'll be able to do this right on this planet. That's kind of funny. And then I'll just leave everything behind as well. Let me up. Steep ass fucking cliffs. Alright, resin, you should be kinda everywhere. So let's not be stingy now. Alright, sweet. So I need 2 resin. Oh yeah, no, that's cool game. Just give me a little fucking dinky resource spot too, why don't you? It says there's more, what the heck? There. Wow, that was pathetic. Good thing I saw more over there. I'd had like just a little bit more than that one ammonium spot. But that was still really bad. Alright. Make the furnace. We can drop this on the ground over here. Stuck on something. What the heck? I'm stuck on this little. I died? Awesome. Nice bug game. That was cool. I can't believe that. That's so stupid. Alright. All because I wanted to put that there. I was stuck on that little weird resource thing. That was so dumb. Alright, that should disappear after a little while now, I think. Well, thanks for that game. My second death, you guys got to see an on-screen death? Wow, lucky you. Ah, not enough power. Sad. There, that should be enough power. When in doubt. I'll leave these wolfram nuggets here, I don't need them. Because I'm done making medium generators, so... Cool. Now we can pack this up like I always wanted to. And this will be the last planet we have to do. It's exciting. We'll get to see what the end of the game looks like. Yeah, once this is done, I'll probably have like a little bit of time to get into Glitchwalkers, and then I can show you what that's like. Ooh, we got 2 achievements out of that one. So we got, I think, another suit, right? Or no, because it's a moon, it doesn't count as a suit. But we got a new visor. And we should have a new palette to solo. And then emotes. That one's kind of fun. I will keep that one too. Finishing the animation for that while I'm being teleported. That's funny. Okay, here we go. Boom. Look at that. Unclassified mineral. I did it! Wow, and I think that's it. Wow. There you go. So it's implied that, like, the Astroneers are kind of like endlessly being made, kind of like robots or whatever. Oh, and this is where we end up back? No, my ship is still on fucking De Solo, no. I think I can go back. I know how to get back there. We could just go to the center of Silva, use the keystone to get back to De Solo. But yeah, that's the end of the game. I hope you guys weren't expecting anything super grand, but that was still cool, I think. And apparently this is like this game is kind of like a acknowledgement for Paul, whoever Paul is. But yeah, so now we are done with the game. We have, oh, we're gonna get 4 more QT RTGs. We have so many. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna quickly go back to the solo here. So that I can grab my ship that got stranded. And then, yeah, I guess we can start doing Glitchwalker stuff, maybe. I think for Glitchwalkers, I'll need to go and visit all the other planets, so I might try and do the probe scan mission at the same time. This one here. I'll try, I think. We'll see how that goes. I died. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. When it comes to the skateboard, you can die from nothing, man. Well, let's go grab the car then. I landed on like one of these posts. I barely fell at all and I died. It's just because I was moving fast. Whatever. Well, we're waiting. So we have the galactic suit now, which looks kind of goofy in my opinion. It's too bad we can't really see much of it. We have the galactic visor, which is kind of cool, and we have the galactic palette. Wow. And then of course there's this gold one that you can get for doing all the achievements, I think. So that's kind of cool. I like my guy as is though. Like maybe the galactic visor's cool, but yeah. Yes, thank you. No. Let me get in. There we go. Oh, this is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe I died there. Again, hoverboard is both a really good item and a really horrible item. That's basically the same way that I died the first time, by the way, because you guys missed it. But that's essentially the same thing that happened to me the first time I died. I fell like maybe a little bit, but it's just because I was going so fast and the game was like, no, you take 1 billion fall damage now and instantly die. 2 deaths in 1 video, wow. The game is like purposely trying to make me seem like I'm bad at this game. I'm not bad at this game, I swear. It's only when BS things like that happen that I die. But whatever. Luckily, this is in a spot that's really easy to get to. Because of our rails. Now that I know how the rover properly works now, though, especially when digging up the ground, it's, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? We weren't this deep into the ground, right? No, we hit the mantle. Right? I'm pretty sure. There, I think our stuff is up here. It has a beam on it. But now that I know like how to properly use the rover with the drill mod, looking at the way Silva is now, my Silva tunnel, it's really bad. Okay, game. I would like to never do this again, so let's stop with all the horseshit from now on. How about, okay? Does that sound good to you? That sounds good to me. So from now on, fuck off. How about that? We'll slide down the rest of the way because it's going to be way safer than using the hoverboard, apparently. Because when you're in this slide animation, I'm pretty sure you can't take fall damage. I'm pretty sure. Alright. I mean, I would have even need to do any of this. I wouldn't have died if the game just gave me my ship instead of fucking teleporting me away from Disolo. But yeah, so I think... Yeah. This solo is here. There it is. So I think, honestly, I don't really feel like doing the Glitchwalker stuff. I will probably start it and like introduce it to you guys. But this might end up being the last session of the series if depending on how the Glitchwalker stuff goes. Because I feel like we've hit a nice finale point, you know? We've completed the game, we've seen what the game has to offer. We do have that other mission that I could do, but that one's like really boring. And the Glitchwalker stuff is, again, I've already said that it's basically like a new game plus is the whole idea. Kind of. So like we can do the Glitchwalker stuff, but like I'll have to play the game all over again, essentially, is the whole idea behind that. So we'll see how the Glitchwalker stuff goes, because I'm pretty sure at some point it kicks you back to the main menu. I'm like spoiling stuff now. But I'm just trying to think like how's a good way to finish the series here, because if this is it, it's a little bit abrupt. Alright, so now we can finally park our rover back in our station here. There. And give you the drill. And the seat. And the paver. And the soil. And I guess I'll put an RTG on this thing too. Considering I have a lot now that I have nothing to do with. So, we can finally go grab this. The silo that has not been a part of my ship since forever. Yay, we got our large storage back, yay. And, I don't know. We don't need to have all these RTGs on our ship. I think keeping 3 is probably fine. Let's go send this off again. So yeah, even though you've completed the game, you do still get to keep playing. I mean, obviously. The events kind of give you a reason to keep playing. I mean, we've set up a main base on Silva, and we kind of, sort of, not really set up a base on Glacio, but all the other planets, you know, a goal now could be setting up a base that's just like this on the other planets, but I can only start using, like, I can't bring any resources from Silva over there unless it's specifically, like, you know, zinc or whatever. Could be a way to play, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Let's accept these missions that we did. For more QTRTGs and some bites. Look at it, we have so many. Oh man. We have no space for it on our fucking... We have literally one full entire row of QTRTGs here. I'm gonna try and sort this stuff out so that it's not intrusive. And we have these extra exo chips. Apparently we didn't need anymore after the ones that we had. Look at that. One full entire row. That looks kind of cool. So in total, with all the missions in the game, we ended up with how many? This is 16 right here, 17, 18 QTRTGs in total. Wow. 19 QTRTGs in total with all the missions in the game. That's so many. And I'm pretty sure these ones in particular, you're not able to get more of them unless you do these event missions. I'm pretty sure there's a chance that when it brings back items for you, there's a chance that it's a QTRTG. I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't know how true that is, but... Yeah, so I said we were going to do Glitchwalkers, so let's go ahead and start doing that. Use Ruby in a storm found on any planet other than Silva to collect encrypted data. So we already have a Ruby. It's this thing here. And it's kind of big, so I'm pretty sure the idea is that you use it with a vehicle. Yeah, so we unpack that, we go there, and now we have to go to one of those storms that we've been seeing. Looks like there isn't one near us, so let's try and drive around a little bit until we see one. Yeah, so I think I'll just like quickly drive around until I see the Glitchwalker storm that, you know, well, we've pointed it out before. Hello. It has been a little bit since I last played. I was in the middle of trying to do the Glitchwalker stuff, right? Because we've completed the game now, and I want to do Glitchwalkers now. But the problem with that is that apparently Silva doesn't have a Glitchwalker storm, which is strange because I could have sworn that it does. But I guess it doesn't, so we have to go to another planet. And not only do we need to go to another planet, if we look at our Ruby here, it says that draws 5 use of power when turned on and actively gathering storm data from a hotspot. So I need to give it power, which means it needs to be on a platform when I go into a storm, and it needs to have 5 use of power. So I'm going to need a rover, because I'm pretty sure it'll work on a rover. I think I was reading... Yeah, it must be placed on a platform or a vehicle, it says on the top paragraph in there. So, yeah, I needed to make a rover. And we're going to need to go to another planet. I think I'm going to try doing Glacio because it's my favorite planet and I want to go back. So, yeah, so I've made 2 medium rovers, which is made in the large printer. And I made these because I don't want to do the whole packager game with my large rover again. So I made some medium rovers, a new seat, and of course we'll give it RTG power. If you look at the medium rover itself, it has a 4 slot, and then it has a 2 slot on the back and a 2 slot on the front. But if we connect the rovers together, the back slot's gonna get taken, right? So. But the whole idea is that on this rover, we're going to have the seat and RTG, and then on the other rover, we're going to have another RTG and the Ruby. And that'll produce 8 U's of power. That'll be enough to power the Ruby. And then, of course, we can drive this into the storm itself. I've also been just doing some other stuff off screen here. I know I said I was going to like start doing mining trips and stuff on screen for you guys, but I went and got some more copper, so we're now completely full up on copper. And I just wanted to see what this is. I made an extra large solar array, just to see. Okay, and yeah, you don't put these on platforms. They just kind of stay out on their own, and then you plug them in. And I just wanted to see, you know? Is there anything wrong with me wanting to see? Not like we're hurting for power or anything, right? We have tons of power, but now we have 14 use of power extra during the day. I just wanted to see. It looks cool, and I might make another... I might also make... This will probably be on my own time, but I might make this too, just to see. It looks cool, though, I'll tell you that. What else? I've been making some more gas canisters and just start storing a bunch of gas. I've made some more storage silos here, because this one's entirely filled up now. So... yeah, just been filling this up with gas slowly. I made some more hydrazine at one point, using the copious amounts of ammonium that we're getting from our shredder. What else have I done? Oh yeah, you might have noticed my skin looks different. That's because I had literally just finished doing the exoplatform stuff. And now that it's done, right, I get this new diamond in the buff palette. I decided, since I unlocked it, I might as well use it. I'm probably not going to keep it, because I think it looks ridiculous, but, you know, I spent the effort to get it, so why not? And now that I'm done getting, it was like 1,920 of these points, I can now constantly keep doing this over and over again, and every, I'm guessing 390 points or something like that, it'll give me items. It'll give me a care package full of items. So I can keep this going and then just, you know, occasionally keep sending this off whenever it's full, and I'll get items out of it, which is cool, you know. It's a way to essentially turn free resources into items, because if nothing else, the items we get from the care packages can just be shredded, so... And I've also changed the platform that this was on, because I didn't want to have 2 full canisters of carbon. I don't need that much carbon, so... I did take one of those canisters and put it over here now, so we have, like, a canister carbon storage rather than a platform carbon storage. And then whenever this gets full, I just turn the auto arm off, and then, yeah. When it's empty, I'll put it back and turn the arm back on, and it's, yeah, easy peasy. This stuff is just here while I'm getting the gas full, because I don't want to fill up a canister and then it also fills up the medium storages too. That would kind of be annoying. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, when I completed the, when I got a certain amount of points, this thing came back with 3 more RTGs, so I now have more RTGs than before, so I have lots. I think that's about it, though. I think that's all I've really been doing in the interim, and now I can go do this Glitchwalker stuff, because I'm pretty much ready for it. Yeah. I think I mentioned that I made another large rover. Just because I got a lot of these medium resource canisters from the request platforms, so I decided, you know what, whatever, I'll upgrade my large rover. This one's going to be permanently here on this planet from now on anyway, so might as well. And, oh, I just realized the RTGs kind of have like a plate on them, so you can, cool. But yeah, so let's go to Glacio and start doing this Glitchwalker stuff. I was debating not actually doing this Glitchwalker stuff once I found out that Silva apparently doesn't have a storm on it anymore. I was debating being like, you know what, I'm just gonna end the series. But I decided let's just do the Glitchwalker stuff. You know, I've been talking about it since the start. Let's just do the Glitchwalker stuff. And so we are going to be looking for the storm before we land. There it is right there. So let's land kind of near it, I guess. Like right there. Now these things do move, so there's every possibility that I'll set up like my rover and stuff and haul myself over there, and then it'll disappear. But we have a rover, so if all else fails, we could just drive over to where it manifests anew. Alright, connect that together. Put down our RTGs. And the ruby. Yeah, and so now I get to go show you guys what this is all about. I could have maybe brought a drill with me too, because Glacio's not exactly the most friendliest of planets for driving on, but... as long as we get like little lips like this, we should be fine. But when this happens, I'm gonna have to get out and smooth it down a bit. So yeah, you can see already from the outside, you can see these little like spiral thingies. So when you enter the storm, at some point... oh, never mind. What I said was gonna happen, happened. Awesome. That's so annoying. Whatever. So as you approach the storm, you saw those like cyan spiral things. We need to put the ruby right inside of one of those things. And once we get into one of the storms, you'll be able to see what happens. And if it isn't obvious by now, the whole shtick with Glitchwalkers is like data and hacking and stuff. So the whole idea is that we're going to put this ruby in the middle of the storm and we're going to be hacking something. But when we enter the storm, something else is going to happen to us, like, in return. It's called, we're being counter-hacked. And you'll see what that looks like once we get inside this thing. So as you approach, there's this barrier that'll show up, and once we get inside this barrier, that's when we're going to start getting counter-hacked. And you see this like meter that shows up. And the whole idea is that if this fills up entirely, we quote-unquote die, kinda, sorta. Of course, there's a bunch of like really bad plants right where I want to go here. And these ones, these like blow up the earth. Wow, I didn't know that they're capable of that. Okay, we got them all. And yeah, so we're just gonna have to, of course, and of course they also blow up the ground I'm trying to go on. And we just kind of want to leave that there for now and exit the storm so we're not being hacked. And the storm, the cyclones will move as well, so you have to constantly keep moving your vehicle. Yeah, you just kind of let that go. And I think it generates this thing? Yeah. Storm data collected from the storm in the Silva system. And I forget what we do now. Can be researched for bytes. Oh, I guess we have to throw it into a research chamber. So that research chamber that I destroyed a very long time ago, that was probably a bad thing to do that. So yeah, now we have a ton of these thingies. These like storm data or whatever. And I guess, I'm trying to think, maybe let's go... Well, we should probably just take this back to the, Maybe it probably would have been smarter for me to have put the ship over by the base. Actually, yeah, let's go drive this over to the base instead. And then we'll just hoverboard back to the ship. It's whatever. Because I want to grab these RTGs again. Although maybe I'm in a position now where I can start thinking about just leaving the... Oh, some free goodies here. I'll take these. Why not? Looks like some scrap. I'll take that. Yes, sir. What's this? Steel? An argon? I probably don't need that. We have infinite steel and argon. I don't need that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, maybe I can start leaving these RTGs behind. I don't know. But let's at least put the rover by our base that we built. Wonder if I can just maybe go this way. And so yeah, now we have to take these data packs or whatever back to Silva. I guess maybe we could make a research chamber here on Glacio and do it. I'm trying to think, do I have a medium printer? I don't think so. But that's not going to be too difficult to go get, I don't think so. Let's just make a research chamber here on Glacio, why not? Considering we kind of have a base set up here anyway. And then we'll get to see what the mission log does. Because of course the mission log, you know, guides us through everything. When in doubt, you use the mission log. And we're set. So I'm just gonna go grab the rocket really quick too, and bring it back over here. Ow. Gonna end up dying again. I don't think that your horizontal velocity should increase the damage you take. I think that needs to be changed, honestly. Not that they would. You know. Updates for this game come very, very seldomly. And when it does happen, they're not concerned about balancing stuff like the hoverboard. But if there's one thing I could change, I think your horizontal velocity shouldn't increase the amount of fall damage you take. Would that make the hoverboard a little too overpowered? I guess, but like you can also just learn to not be an idiot with the hoverboard. Oh, is that the Rex solar array right there? Alright, let's go ahead and pick you up. So I do not remember, like I've seen someone else do the Glitchwalker stuff, but I do not remember how complex it is. But there, at some point, I am going to get kicked back to the main screen, and it's going to want me to essentially start a new save. But in this new save, I believe I believe we get to keep all the research that we have from this save. Like I said, it's supposed to be kind of like a New Game Plus sort of deal, I think. And, but we get to go to a new planet. One, I'm pretty sure it's different than the 7 planets we have been on so far. Like, it's just, like, it's an 8th planet, I believe. And I think once that happens, I might show you the other planet, and then I'm gonna probably end the series after that. And the reason being is that I don't want to do the Glitchwalker stuff, because... How do I describe my feeling about the Glitchwalker stuff? I don't want to do it because I don't want to do it. And I hope that doesn't disappoint anybody. But it's just, I don't know, I just don't feel like doing Glitchwalkers, you know? Anyways. Now that we're back here, let's make room on our backpack, because we need to get stuff for the medium printer. We need to get 2 compound. Is there compound in the mines down here? That's close by. There is, good. We need 2 compound, and then for the research center... Oh, do we need a large printer? Oh no, this... Okay, never mind. So we need 4 compound. Alright, and then we need to go grab our resin as well. Slowly. Slowly. I just need... Well, actually, I'm gonna need a platform, so maybe I need more than 1 resin. Okay, let's make the printer. Yeah, I'm gonna need 3 more resin. I doubt that this node here is gonna give us enough resin for that. Dug into the cave. We might barely be able to squeeze out a 3rd from here. We did. Wow, I did not have faith that that node would give us enough resin. I'm just gonna cover it up because we did poke a hole. So let's just cover it up and pretend that never existed. Alright, place down our printer. Get a platform. Then we can research one of these storm data thingies. I don't know if you need more than 1, so I've collected 5. By the way, these rail site pylons, you cannot make them. However, if you did want one for whatever reason, for like silver or whatever, because these only spawn on Calidor, Glacio, and what's the other one we went to? I forget. So because these don't spawn on Silva, if you wanted one of these for Silva, you can packager these, but they do take up an extra large slot, so you would have to bring it, like you'd have to leave space on your ship, you'd have to get rid of one of these storage silos for it. So if you wanted to keep one of these, you can do that. But there's no real reason for it, aside like maybe like an aesthetic reason. Because all it is just puts an end to the rail, and like a regular rail post does the same thing, so... My VTOL. This thing is loud as heck, man, when you're driving it around. And I picked up some fucking... God damn it. Get out. So, the VTOL is cool and everything, and a lot of people hyped it up, but now that I've used it and everything, I don't know if I like it. It's good for, like, exploring, because you can fly. But in terms of, like, usefulness, I don't know if I agree that the VTOL is good. Because it uses up precious hydrazine as well. It's good for, like, you know how struggling on Calidor? It would probably be good for that, you know? Otherwise, I don't know. Alright, let's go check. Push the green button. Glitch portal anchor. The glitch portal anchor. Took a little time. Could cook up some way to keep you safe from their effects, but hey, you did it. I want to be really careful with this. I think. Creates a portal blitz instance when planted. Should we just put this on Glacio? Because I can't remember if we're gonna need more storms or not. But if it's like just like a... Oh... then maybe we do just kind of put it here. Because maybe I'd want this on Silva. You know what? Fine. We'll put it on Glacio. Are we able... Oh, we can collapse it. Good. Okay, so I think this is where, if I enter this... Yeah, I think it kicks us back to the main screen here. This is what I mean by this being like post-game, because we don't see this until we complete the game. So even though you could do this before you beat the game, this wouldn't really make a lot of sense otherwise. Oh. Here it goes. Oh, I guess it just like automatically plants us on this glitch world or wherever. And it might not give us all of our recipes. We might have to actually like just restart. Let's see. Welcome to Aeolus. Glitch has taken control of this instance of the ATP and has hacked your catalog bytes in the planet, including moving resources, spawning more hazards, blah blah blah. So, yeah, this DLC is a new save file. The content is meant to be challenging. You can switch back to the main save file via the main menu anytime, and of course, it's multiplayer. So I do believe, yeah, we just entirely restart. I see. So the whole purpose is that you only play on this one planet, I'm pretty sure. And all the recipes, I think, take different resources now. They might not. They might not. Right. But instead of like just getting bytes to unlock recipes, you now have to complete, I think, stuff like this thing. It's like a puzzle, and you have to complete a puzzle, and it'll like unhack your recipes so that you can unlock and use them again. And yeah, you essentially play the game again from the beginning, doing a new kind of, how do I describe it? Like, it's a different way to play, essentially. And this is partly why I don't want to do it, because like I just want to end the series with the Astroneer stuff, but maybe this is a good reason for you guys to get and play the game if you haven't already. Because like I said, you can do this kind of from the beginning. The Glitchwalker mission is, you can get it relatively early, and all you'd have to do is just set up reliable power on a rover on another planet and get one data thing from the Glitchwalker storm, and then you could go do this. So, control panel. Oh, yes, yes, okay, this is what the puzzles are all about. So you'd go and do these puzzles, and then as you unlock different levels of these root kits or whatever, you get your recipes back on your catalog, so. And of course there's story and stuff for you if you want. And yeah, so anyways. I'm trying to think. I guess let's go back to the main save. And let's pick up this portal too, and we can bring it back to Silva. Let's see, do we get any rewards for that? I doubt it. We didn't. That's fine. And I guess let's just research the rest of these, because apparently you only needed one. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I want to end the series now. I did have those fireworks set up that I was going to use. However, problem with that is that I've already launched all the fireworks to get the achievement. So, yeah. I guess I could make one firework still, just so you guys can see what it's like. I'm bringing the ruby back with us too, because I think I might be able to scrap it, and if that's the case, then I'll get some scrap back. So yeah, let's land. Let's see. Am I able to scrap this? If the answer is yes, then good. I am. Sweet. And of course, RTGs. Although, I think I'm just going to keep these 3 on the back of my rocket. You never know when you need them, you know? Let's go ahead and throw our scrap away. And let's make some explosive powder. Oh, this is done. Good. Good. We can now store these properly. I can go ahead and try and get more hydrogen, because I used a little bit of it for making hydrazine. Put this back. Let's go grab this. Put it back over here. Okay, explosive powder. I will make one firework rocket for you guys. Because I feel a little bad otherwise. Alright, firework. I'm just gonna put this portal down here for now. If I ever want to do Glitchwalkers on my own time. So, where do we want to launch this thing? You know what? As cool as our base is, as much as I love it and everything, I think I'm gonna go back to the old base, and you guys get to see how totally barren it is now. Because on off-screen, I've also been slowly moving over all the platforms and scrapping them, one at a time on my hoverboard. And so you guys get to, let's go back to our humble beginnings here and launch off this firework. And yeah, so I'm actually kind of happy how this series turned out. Because I've kind of learned that I like doing this long form content where like I record for long periods of time and then I just put like a little bit of editing in it and then upload long episodes. It helps me kind of like, I mean, I've already said from the beginning, as I've gone along here, I've already said about how it helps me play the game. Like, that's what I've been wanting to do whenever I go to record stuff, is I just want to play the game. But doing like half-an-hour episodes kind of, how do I describe it? It splits my focus. So this long-form content has been enjoyable for me. And this is what I mean by these can't be destroyed, by the way. Even if you dig up the ground once you get Drill Mod 3, it's just permanent. So yeah, look at our base. There's nothing here except for this one debris platform that we hijacked. Which I could take back to now and scrap, so. Man. Anyways, let's put down our firework. And ignite. Oh, I didn't get to see most of it. Yay! Yeah, so thanks guys for joining me on this little journey into an obscure game. You know me. In an active effort to bring you guys obscure games, this is where we're at, and yeah. So now that I've kind of figured out like a method in which I could do like long Let's Plays, maybe there's another game that's on the horizon for you guys. And I don't want to make promises because you know me. I have made promises before and then years later I don't do them. So, but I do have a couple of obscure games in the back that maybe I will play for you guys. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how my time is in real life. We'll see how my real life pans out for me. And yeah. Anyways, thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you guys had some fun. And I guess I will see you around. Take it easy, guys.